So this video is going to be a quick unboxing of the Cuisinart 14 cup food processor. And again, this will just be a quick unboxing. We'll follow it up with a review in the coming weeks. So please subscribe and check back soon for that. So this is the higher end version of the Cuisinart food processor. It's also sold in the cheaper model called the Elemental. This is sort of the standard version. And the 14 cup is the larger size. The smaller size is generally the 9 cup. This is the Umber Collection, which is essentially the same as the normal collection of the Cuisinart food processor. It just has a different finish on the body. It's sort of a golden umber color, as opposed to being a brushed stainless steel. It is still metal. It has the same feel and heft to it, but the coloring is different. Now running through some of the main parts, you saw before the manual the included scraper, and now we have the plastic part. Everything is very well packaged when you get it from the factory. All the parts are separated by some sort of paper or very light plastic to prevent scratching, and everything is surrounded in a heavy duty foam material that prevents any sort of rattling. This package was damaged slightly at the store, but it was totally fine. And there I was just showing how the plastic piece, it locks on the inside, and you can remove that to pour oil or whatever into the food processor. But in this model it does lock in place, which is a nice feature. Now we're looking at the two cutting heads. This is the slicing head, and these sit on the extended arm, which we'll show in a second. Again, this one is wrapped for your safety, which it is very, very sharp. And this is the grating attachment. Again, you can see the plastic piece, which these extend off the floor of the food processor, and they cut at the very top. Now we're just removing some additional packaging material, which keeps the food processor safe in transit. That's important once the unit is very bottom heavy. You don't want it to rattle around too much. Here's the main container. This is the heavier duty container found on this series. It's nicer than the one on the Elemental and less prone to breakage. There's some marketing material inside, and then is the main cutter is around the central column. This is the improved cutter, not the one that had the recall a few years ago. Now it's time to remove the motor unit from the box. This can be a little tricky because it is on the heavy side, and it's very well seated in the bottom of the packaging. So now we can see the motor unit as well as the umber color. You can see it is definitely metallic, but it is not a brushed surface. It's a satin finish, and it is clearly metal, and it looks quite nice, but it is not brushed stainless steel that is sold in the normal model. The top is a gloss plastic, and the rest of the components are the same color as in the other models. The controls are handled via the two buttons on the front, and you just have your on-off button and then your pulse, which you could see right there. The large plastic container snaps on, and you just have to keep in mind that the lock mechanism goes in the back on this model. On the older models, it was all handled in the front. This one, it is away from you. So when you align the upper piece, you just have to make sure you're not doing it backwards, as I'm displaying right now. And lastly, here's what the unit will look like assembled. You lock the main container in, and then you lock the top piece to it, and you'll be ready to go. Thanks for watching.